Hi, my name is Shamari Davis, and today I'm going to tell you about how you can start your credit up. So I'm going to inform you on how you can establish your credit, how you can get an apartment or a loan, and how it can benefit you in the future. Now, before I start telling you this important information, I'm going to introduce you to my audience. My brother Javon, my grandpa, my grandma, and my sister. Okay, not a lot of people know about credit because credit isn't taught. People think that credit is there just to have credit, but people don't understand that you're going to need credit in the future. Now, you're going to need credit to buy stuff like a house or apartment, and you might even need it for a loan. So, in order to do these things, you have to build credit. Now, the first thing we're going to talk about is how to establish credit. Now, one thing, you don't need a credit card to build your credit up. You can use your phone bill that's in your name or put a bill that's not in your name to build your credit up. You can use this by paying it off and putting it towards credit. So like for instance, you're applying for a phone bill. You can say that you want it in your name and that bill is going to be in your name, knowing that if you miss a payment on that bill, it can actually penalize you with your credit score. Your credit score can go up or go down. And I'm going to tell you how it can go up and down too. So, by building your credit up, you can go to the bank that you're associated with. Like for instance, I went to my bank and I decided to go ahead and build my credit up. So I talked to them and they let me know that since I have a job, I can apply for credit. So what I did was that I went to my bank and decided to talk to them, and they told me that I got approved. I got approved for $2,500, and I pay on it every time I get paid off. Now, the good thing about credit is that you need a job because you're going to have to pay this off, meaning that you need money to pay it off. Now, you won't be able to get credit if you don't have a job, if you go to your bank. Now, if someone decided, okay, you're not old enough to get a job and you want to build your credit up, your parents can put your name on one of their bills and pay it off, and that can actually help you build your credit up too. So my second point was that with credit, you can apply for a loan and get an apartment. Now, I went ahead and printed out this piece of paper that came from incharge.org, and it shows you how much someone pays with excellent credit all the way to bad credit. So this person applied for a mortgage rate for a 30-year mortgage for $150,000. Now, on this paper, it explains what happens to a person that has excellent credit, good credit, average credit, poor credit, and bad credit. Now, you can see the difference on how much they have to pay. And the interest rate is even different too. Like, for example, for a person that has excellent credit, they have to pay $233,532. Their interest rate is going to be 3.2%. Now, let's go ahead and go to a person that has an average credit. So this person has to pay $245,508, and their interest rate is going to be 3.2. Now look at a person that has bad credit. Their credit is $283,319, and their interest rate is 4.8. Now, why is the price and the rates different? It's because of their credit score. Look at a person that has a credit score of 760 all the way to 850. You see how much they have to pay, and their interest rate is 3.2. Now look at a person that has an average credit score, which is 660 all the way to 699. They have to pay $245,508, and their interest rate is at 3.6. Now look at a person that has bad credit. They have to pay $283,319, and their interest rate is 4.3, and they have bad credit, which is under 260. Now, the reason why that is because people need to understand that if you have good credit all the way to excellent credit, you're going to pay less than the person that has poor credit or bad credit. Why is that? A person that has excellent credit is more of a person that someone will go to. Now, a person that has bad credit, the reason why theirs is so high is because they want you to say, oh, well, this is too much, so I won't be able to pay it. They want you to know that you're not going to be able to make that payment. So that's why they give you a high interest rate. So another thing is that with the person that has excellent credit, they don't have to worry as much as a person that has bad credit. So the higher your credit score is, the less you have to pay. Now, how can credit benefit you in the future? You're going to need credit no matter what you do. For instance, you want to go ahead and get a loan. So I have an example of a person that had got an auto loan. This person applied for a 60-month auto loan for $30,000. And you see how theirs is different too, all the way from the excellent credit all the way to the bad credit. It all depends on what your credit score that can determine how much you have to pay and how much interest you have to pay when you apply for any type of loan. A person that applies for a loan, they're not going to get the amount they want, but they're going to get some. Sometimes you get approved and sometimes you don't. And it all depends on how well your credit is. So I did some research and found out that experience says that if you don't know how to start your credit up and you're worried about applying for a credit card, just open an account and see if you get approved. And if you don't get approved, then try to put something in your name to build up your credit. And from another website called getit.com, it says the earlier the person starts, the better. So the earlier you start, it's the better. You're going to get yourself a head start of starting your credit up and building it up to what you want it to be. So what I did to build my credit up is that I decided to pay off my student loan. I put my student loan on my credit card and decided to pay it off, and that's how I built my credit up. So now that you know the information about building your credit score up at a young age, would you decide to build your credit score up? Remember that starting young is better than starting late. While starting young, you can actually build your credit score up to what you want it to be. And while you're starting young, you can actually do more with your credit score. A person that starts their credit score off at an older age, like maybe 30, would be hard to build their credit up because they're at the age where you should have been started your credit up than waiting so long. The longer you wait, it's going to be hard for you to start building your credit up. The younger you are, the more you have to actually do with your credit score up. You can build your credit score up just in case it falls down and just in case it goes bad. Thanks for watching my video and have a nice day.